I'm Brent from Driggs, Idaho. I fly out of Driggs, Idaho. And this past year, the acting assistant administrator of airports had decided that through the fence agreements and hangar homes were incompatible use with airports. Now, there is no FAA rule that says hangar homes or through the fence agreements are illegal or forbidden in any way. The Northwest region, Ms. Taylor and Ms. Suomi have decided that it's their mission in life to end every through the fence agreement and every hangar home in the Northwest region. And I would like you to make the decision to stop the insanity that's going on there.
I was getting educated on these through defense agreements. Just to give you a little bit of an indication of what my first 30 days of my current 45 days in the job have been, I had four hearings.
He had to give up his hangar home on the airport.
Yeah. If I hadn't spent all that time moving, no, I had 4 hearings in 3 weeks, and so I'm really, there's a vast array of issues out there, and I apologize for not having detailed knowledge. I do know that there is a distinction between airports that get aid and improvement monies and those that don't. We've got someone here in the airport world, though. Let me let one of our folks that knows a lot more about this than I do address it.
Yep. There we go. My name is Jesse Carriger. I'm from the Airports Division. To answer your question, and we had received a letter from AOPA and more or less asking the question of Kate Lang whether she is sending her troops out to the field to end the through the fence agreements, which are private residence, private air homes on airports per se. It's great. It sounds great to get up and get in your plane and take off and have fun, but on a privately owned airport, that's great, and you can go forth and do that. On a publicly owned airport, there are what's called grant assurances on federally obligated land, federally obligated airports, grant assurances that require compatible land use around the airport. And we've had a long-standing policy of opposing the through-the-fence operations, and we deal with them on a case-by-case basis. We're not running out there and trying to end every one of these right away. We deal with them when they come up on a case-by-case basis, and each region is dealing with it from that standpoint. So hopefully that answers your question.
I guess the question I'd ask is that I guess the question I'd ask to you, Randy, and your team is the fact is that we want to promote aviation. One of the most important aspects is usability of the airport. It's a place where we take off and land, but it's a place where we also socialize and enjoy our airplanes. And if it's a long-standing policy, maybe it's time to address the policy.
We can. It's clearly something that we need to look at. I don't know enough about it, quite honestly. I heard the same issue, I heard it described the way you have. I know there are compatibility issues, but are we being overly restrictive, when we consider those? And that's a valid question. And those areas where there's no significant effect, I don't see why we can't be a little more liberal with those. But there's going to be other cases where you say this is simply not compatible. We're putting people in harm's way. Things that would make sense to everyone. But certainly we'll take a look at it for you.